Today we're going to talk about surface area, finding the surface area of a three-dimensional object. We'll start with just looking at our basic rectangular prism here. And remember, this is going to have a length and a width and a height. Now, when we find the surface area of that, what we basically are doing is we are flattening it out, and we are finding the area of all of the 6 faces of that object, and then we're simply adding them together. So one way we could do it is to find the length and the width and the height and separate them out and calculate all of these together and add them up. And that would give us the surface area of the entire three-dimensional object. Okay, but an easier way would be to use the formulas that are going to be provided for us in the formula sheet. So basically our notes for this, finding the surface area of, and this is going to include prisms, cylinders, cones, and pyramids. First of all, you can treat the net like a composite figure and add up the area of all the shapes. Or look at your formula sheet, find the appropriate formula for finding the surface area of that particular object, label the necessary dimensions on your picture, make a chart, substitute the dimensions for the variables and do the math, and then write your answer in square units, not cubic units, because surface area is simply adding up all of the areas. So you may want to pause this to get these notes in on page 127. We will need to look at a couple of new vocabulary terms when we're doing it. So I'd like to look at all of the shapes in turn. Now, this is a rectangular prism. This is very basic. Length, width, and height. You do twice the length times the width, which will get you the base and the top. You do twice the length times the height will get you the front and the back. And twice the width times the height will get you this side here and the back side there. Add them up, it will give you the surface area. Here's our cylinder. 2 pi r squared, remember, is the area of the base. We have 2 of them, so we're going to do 2 times the area of the base plus 2 pi r, and that, remember, is the circumference of the circle times the height. Again, we did that in part of our bell work. Our triangular prism is a little bit more difficult. Okay? We have B is the area of the base, so you're always going to have to find the area of the base by looking at your triangle formula. But then you're going to multiply h, which is the height, times p, which is the perimeter. And in this case, perimeter of the base. It's going to be a triangle. So you're going to have to add up all of the sides of the base in order to find the perimeter, and then multiply it by the height. That will get you the surface area of the triangular prism. Right. How about our pyramid? 1/2 LP plus B. L is this line right here. That's one of our vocabulary words. That's the slant height, the distance from the edge of the base to the apex. So we have a perpendicular line, a right angle, okay, from the center of that edge right there all the way up to the apex. That is called the slant height. And in order to find the surface area, we simply have to multiply 1/2 times the slant height times the perimeter, and again, that's the perimeter of the base all the way around, plus the area of the base. We add all those things together, and that will give us the surface area of our pyramid. Finally, our cone. Pi r squared will give us the area of the base, and pi times r times the slant height will give us the area of the cone part of it. So we have the area of the base, and pi rl will give us the area of the cone. Again, that's simply a line from any point along the circle to the apex. That will give us the slant height, multiply that together, and we will get the surface area of the cone. You'll be able to access these formulas. I'll pass out formula sheets to you and start looking for the various variables that you will need.